Switching gears here, we have the 10 TV shows from the 90s that get better with every watch.
That get better
with every watch. Do you guys have any shows that you have watched older episodes? You will go back and watch it. You guys don't strike me as bingers, but is there any show when you're scrolling you look at it and say, you know what? Let's put this on for at least a little comfort, or at least see if this show gets any better.
I do know a show that Miles and I discovered together does not age well, and it was Dukes of Hazzard. Because as kids, we loved it, right? So I don't know, we're like flipping around cable or something, but it was on, and we're like, you know what, man? Let's put on Dukes of Hazzard. We're thinking we're going to be taken back to this great time in life. I think we got through like 5 minutes, and we're like, what? This is so bad.
I missed a lot of Family Guy episodes. I don't know if that was actually in the 90s. It seems like it's been on forever. But that's one where I go back and I can watch stuff that I never watched before. Like, there's so many episodes. I have not even come close to seeing them all, but the jokes still hit. Yeah. They were timely at the time, but they're still funny.
Right.
Especially you still understand what they're talking about.
Especially in those earlier seasons. I've been watching, I watch the cartoons as I fall asleep, and I'm finding myself giggling more and more as I'm trying to get to sleep.
I can believe that.
These shows that I did enjoy, a lot of the jokes are making a lot more sense.
You know what?
A lot better.
The one I would say, now that you brought up cartoons, honestly, is Looney Tunes.
Hell yeah.
Like, the older I get, the funnier I find Bugs and all that stuff. I mean, I thought it was hilarious as a kid.
Yeah.
But you miss a lot of the verbal humor, if you will. And now as an adult, because my kids got into it a couple years ago, and I was like, this is hilarious. Yeah, the other one, it's not from the 90s, but the Carol Burnett Show.
Yes.
They did some kind of special or something a few years ago. It was like a tribute to her. And so the kids have no idea who she is, but they kept showing skits. I'm dying, my wife's dying, the kids are dying. My son told me this is the funniest show I've ever seen. And I'm like, man, I knew I liked it when I was younger. I forgot how funny that show. Like, that is worth a rewatch.
Yeah.
For sure.
I agree. When I was kind of getting into the possibility of writing stuff like that, I started watching Carol Burnett skits. And
it is so funny.
It's hilarious.
It is.
Even the stuff is crazy dated, but doggone it, dude, it's still just funny.
Well, the idea of also they taped their show live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So anything that went off the rails,
Tim Conway.
They didn't do it again. Yeah. They didn't retape it. They just said, hey, this is a sketch variety show. It is what it is.
Let's go.
And Harvey Korman and Tim Conway used to make it their game plan to get someone to lose it during the broadcast.
Tim Conway was the main guy.
Yeah.
Apparently they even knew. Like, they would do a week of rehearsal, and everyone would nail their lines. And they even said, like, once we were in front of the audience, they knew at some point Tim Conway was going to go off script just to F with them and make them laugh.
Right. Big funnies were coming.
Yeah.
Big funnies were coming. So what we have here is the 10 TV shows from the 90s that get better with every rewatch. I'll play the intro, see if you guys can guess.
Seinfeld. You know what? I would say this. Seinfeld was a great show. But if you like Seinfeld, just start watching Curb Your Enthusiasm if you have not.
Okay,
I think it carries on the tradition of the same idea of a show, but I think it's done a lot better.
Okay.
To be honest with you, I think Larry David does his own show better than his other own show.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I have not watched either. To be honest with you, the bass that we got here it happened every 3 seconds, and it got to be too much for me.
That was their segue music, no matter what.
It was, and the segues were just coming one right after the other, fast, rapid fire with it. I was like, okay, we don't need this every time, guys.
Like, Ted's a huge Seinfeld fan. I never disliked it. It was fine. I mean, there were some very good lines. The characters were very well done. The one line I always liked, Jerry was going on about I think he was talking to George, but he's going on about some chick that he saw. And they loved the boobs. Man, she had great boobs. We can talk about boobs. And who's the chick? Elaine? Elaine. Elaine's like, why do guys always go on about boobs? Why don't you go on about, like, legs? And I just remember Jerry looked at her and said, I have legs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that absolutely is the answer to that question.
10 TV shows from the 90s that get better with every rewatch.
Law and Order.
Does anybody watch Law and Order? I don't know anybody who has ever watched Law and Order.
No, a single person who watches Law and Order, but obviously just enough people watch it that thing's been on for 436 years.
Why are there more cops, DA people?
Yes.
If you really like this stuff that much, why aren't they doing it?
Right?
Like, it didn't inspire anybody to go out and want to be a cop.
Well, no, it doesn't look like a job you want.
No.
You know what I mean?
The show didn't glamorize it all that well from what I've seen.
Everything's all, to me, I'm like, that's the last job I want to have, right?
Exactly. I swear they're fudging these numbers. I think it's just on in old people's homes and they don't know how to change the channel.
Good point.
I have no idea how this shows up.
I can't turn my TV off.
And then they get sucked into it somehow. It's like,
I just don't go
awful.
serious as much as I go light. If I'm going to a movie, Serious is fine, but an hour-long, like, drama. Sometimes I just go like, I just need something easier.
Yeah, speaking
I
of
don't
which,
mind dramas.
how about this drama? 10 TV shows from the 90s that get better
Sopranos?
with every watch. No, this is where we got George Clooney.
Oh, ER.
ER.
I never watched ER.
I remember at least the promos for it. I feel like my mom watched a few episodes.
Everybody watched.
It was it just wasn't for me, which is nothing against the show.
Yeah.
But medical dramas rarely rake me in.
I feel like in the 90s there was kind of one of two surefire home runs. It was cop shows and it was
Drama.
medical shows.
I don't know. I mean, on network TV, that formula still works.
Yeah.
I mean, look, well, now they've added the fire department.
Yeah.
So you can be a cop, you can be a firefighter, or you can be a doctor. And
That guaranteed.
right, that's it. Or a lawyer.
And as long as
I
you
want
can
to see a
play
comedy show with firefighters.
Tacoma FD.
Or, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I watched that.
And it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Or Reno 911.
And as
right.
long as you can play a social worker, you can be in any one of those shows.
We have a very specific person who plays a social worker all the time.
Exactly.
If you are a black woman and you have a short haircut and you have hoop earrings,
You have to have hoop earrings.
you can be cast
Maybe
as
a little bit on the
social
heavier
worker.
side.
Yeah.
Little Shaka Gray.
Right, that's all. And you will be cast in every movie, every TV show. Like, we need a social worker. There you go.
TV shows from the 90s that get better with every rewatch.
Now this is
Fresh Prince?
Fresh Prince.
Huh. Okay.
I
I
was
mean, I'd have to go back to talk crap about
There
it.
was some fun. Actually, I stole a line from Fresh Prince. It's at the end of the show. I don't know what had happened in the show, but at the end, Uncle Phil, I guess, he's admonishing the kids, and they're sitting on the sofa, and he's kind of finishing his thing, but he looks at Will Smith at the end of everything else he's bitching about and says, and we don't kidnap family members. All right. And Will Smith just looked at him and said, okay, I didn't know that. And I have taken that line, and I have used that pretty much every day of my radio career.
That really is your style of humor, isn't it?
Well, I mean, when they get mad at me about whatever, right? Just like, oh, I'm sorry, man. I didn't know that. You didn't know not to set a toilet on fire. Yeah, I didn't know that.
No one told me.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
My bad,
that.
man.
This was kind of the teenager show when I was growing up.
For sure.
It wasn't on my radar. 10 TV shows from the 90s that get better with every rewatch. This theme comes up with every single one of these, and honestly, I am so tired of it. It bores me to tears every time I hear it.
familiar, and I don't know the show.
Again, based here in Seattle.
Northern
Twin Peaks?
or Twin Peaks,
or at
yeah.
least the Northwest
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
I think it was like we get the comments all the time. It was like it was shot down in Oregon, or it's from Oregon. It's the Pacific Northwest. And honestly, if this theme song is at all indicative of how this show is, I think I'm okay.
It
with
was
watching.
David Lynch, I believe, right?
Yes, that sounds right. So
It's a David Lynch show then.
right. It is what it is. One that I didn't watch, but you know what? I'm sure would have been cool.
Oh, it was great.
So
X-Files?
what was the deal
loved
with
X-Files.
X-Files? What was the deal with it?
Little space, little drama, little sci-fi.
But they brought in conspiracy, which is what elevated the show. So I think initially it would just be more two FBI agents. One of them does not believe. One of them does believe. That's why they put them together, mostly to debunk the believer.
Okay.
But as they experienced these different things per episode, even the non-believer, who was always pretty tied to science, would still say, like, okay, I can't explain that. Then they added this big conspiratorial kind of thing.
Okay.
As an umbrella, and it made the show so much better.
All right.
So even if the episode kind of sucked, there was always kind of this dread that always kind of hung around. It was cool. I don't know if I could watch it now, but it was great.
I'm sure it would be on in my house. That was one of my wife's early crushes.
David
Duchovny.
My wife, yeah, dude. For her, David Duchovny was Californication.
Okay.
Yeah.
That works.
Uh-huh.
10 shows from the 90s that get better with every rewatch. Better's not the right word.
I don't know.
So here's my. This is basically Nick at Night's rubric, and that's what bothers me about this show. Nick at Night was the Wonder Years. Nick at Night was Happy Days. Nick at Night was old people shows.
Well, guess what, Mike?
Yeah, the gray in my
You're
beard
old.
is starting to show. Like, damn it, and it is on wall to wall.
It is all the time.
It is this. It goes into Mike and Molly. And I'm like, shoot, I'm actually enjoying myself turning on Nickelodeon in a hotel room at 2 o'clock in the morning. I can sleep. Damn it. 10 shows from the 90s that get better with every rewatch. Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Oh, Buffy.
Buffy the Vampire
I
Slayer.
never watched it.
No, I didn't either.
Neither did I. It was one that I knew of, but I never saw a single episode.
I
But
was super aware of it. Yeah, same thing. Never watched it, though.
everybody went crazy for it. They loved it. 10 shows from the 90s that get better with every rewatch.
90210.
90210.
They're saying this gets better?
I guess. I never saw a single episode.
I've seen maybe 5 episodes. It just wasn't for me, or maybe I just aged out of it. But
Is it just like a high school drama type
it's
thing?
a high school drama, but
it's Friday night, whatever Ted watches.
And it did great, but I just
High school,
I don't know
whatever.
that you can watch it now and be like, oh, this is real good.
Yeah. I
Look,
feel like it'd be cringy after
I
a
will
while.
watch. I watch Cobra Kai. That's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
So you can either do it right, or you can either
Cobra
do it for me to
Kai-
like it, or you can't.
But Cobra Kai knew what it was doing.
Yeah.
Like the Cobra Kai has never taken itself seriously, which is part of the reason you can enjoy it.
Yeah.
They don't do everything was just, so and so's in love with so and so, and they're gonna. Oh my god.
Yeah, Cobra Kai,
Okay.
they're throwing you down a stairwell.
Oh yeah, in school around us kids.
Yeah,
Still sweeping damn legs.
No worries. No one gets suspended. None.
And then the number one TV show from the 90s that gets better with every rewatch. Did anybody ever watch Ally McBeal?
Oh, my wife did.
I did not. No.
I don't even know what this show is.
It was
Callista
Callista
Flockhart.
Flockhart.
Okay.
Han Solo's wife. That was his name. Harrison Ford.
Okay.
That's about all I can tell you about it.
It's a very skinny girl who's
she
looking
was-
for food.
But she boy.
It is.
She
It's a
is.
small, tiny woman, and she's hungry all the time, and she's just scavenging for food.
That's all it is.
That's what it is.
Okay, fantastic.
I
There
have
you go.
no idea what that show was even about, but I know the name.
10 TV shows from the 90s that get better with every week
People
rewatch.
throw a cracker,
Just in case you guys wanted to do a little bit of rewatch. What are you going to watch over the weekend? You got Celebrity Wheel of
Friends.
Fortune on tonight. Yeah, exactly. Friends. You got a new On Brand with Jimmy Fallon coming out tonight as well. Let's see here on Saturday. Sabrina Carpenter's going to host Saturday Night Live. If you want to check that out, and you got a whole slate of football all throughout Sunday. And, God willing, we get a little bit more Mariners baseball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.